Well, hello and welcome to Women of Color, Money and Legacy, where I talk money matters. I share strategies to empower us to become financially literate in terms of managing our money wisely, building generational wealth, financial freedom, and creating a lasting legacy. It's a journey of learning and growing together. And I'd like to give a shout out to our new subscribers. So delighted to have you part of this community. Let's jump right into our topic for today. I want to pose a question to you. Are you satisfied with the financial trajectory in which you're on right now? Are you in a good place in terms of satisfaction in which you're moving financially? You might not be where you want to be, but you're making progress. You're on the right path to financial success. Now, I must confess that I haven't reached the destination that I've set for myself, but I'm well on my way and I'm pleased with where I am. And you know how I've gotten this far? By sacrifice. And some of you know exactly where I'm coming from because you've had to sacrifice to get to a certain level of financial success. On the other hand, you may be one of those people sitting on the sidelines wondering, why are some people making strides where you seem to be standing still or even going backwards? And I'm here to tell you that there can be no success without sacrifice. And we can all do it. If you want what other people have, you have to do what other people do. There is power when it comes to sacrifice. Sometimes you have to give up on some things in the present in order to get something better in the future. And if we can just learn to sacrifice our today so that we can have a better tomorrow for ourselves and our children. Because make no mistake about it, the future is coming. When you're 25 years old, you think that 60 is just light years away, but it's not. Time is like a vapor. It passes in a flash. Have you ever been around a young child or a young person and they move away and you haven't seen them in a long time, and the next time you see them, they're married with children, and you say, is this little Johnny? Time passes in a flash. So if you're struggling financially right now, you can't afford to procrastinate and make excuses. Your window of opportunity to build wealth could be closing if you're not making any financial moves now. Right now, we're in a recession that's only going to get worse, and this could be the best thing that ever happened to you. This could be the moment that changes your life forever. But you have to make the sacrifice, and you have to be patient. We live in an age of instant gratification, and that is an immature mindset that needs to be challenged. One of the biggest mistakes people make that keeps them broke is trying to impress other people and worrying about what other people say. Challenging that mindset should make you stronger. Otherwise, you're just going to make excuses. Do you know what sets apart the top 1% of wage earners from everyone else? There are a few things. Their willingness to sacrifice. They don't care what other people think or say about them. They don't try to please other people. They're not trying to impress other people. They control their own destiny. It is a different mindset. And if you're struggling financially right now, the bad news is that your struggle is in your head. But the good news is that you can change what's inside your head. You can have a financial transformation. Do you find this video interesting so far? Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I want to give you 3 tips on how to bring about a financial transformation and live your best life on your own terms. The first key to financial transformation is to define your objective. You've probably heard that Mark Twain quote, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Well, the choices we've made and the actions we've taken have led us to where we are right now at this point in our lives, whether good or bad. But more importantly, the choices that we make and the actions that we take today will determine our future. You can begin that transformation by defining your objective. What are your financial goals? And I've addressed this in past video about specific amount that you need to set for a money goal. You can go back and listen to that video or watch that video where I talk about leveling up your income. Now, our objectives cannot be vague or tentative. They have to be clear and concise if we're going to follow them. If you're not clear about what you want, then you'll just continue to drift through life. Once you define your objective, half of the battle is already won. Defining the objective is powerful because it transforms our thought process. We get a clear picture of our destination. When I decided to transition from employee to entrepreneur, I had to define my objective. I wanted to be my own boss, controlling my own financial destiny while adding value to others. And I have a return on investment that I want to reach by the end of 2026. And your willingness to become financially successful can overcome any limitations you may have placed upon yourself or you have allowed others to place upon you. So the first tip to financial transformation is to define your objective. And you need to be specific about what you want. Do you want to retire by the time you're 50? Do you want to become a millionaire within the next 5 years? Whatever the objective is, invest in the vehicle that you will use to bring that transformation. Is it the stock market, rental property, owning a business, side hustle, or a combination of all of these? That's the first tip. The second tip to bring about financial transformation is commit yourself to the cause. When two people decide that they want to get married, their vows will usually include the words, I do or I will. Those are just words, but commitment goes far beyond words. It is a continual undertaking. Beyond that initial excitement, your financial success requires a firm commitment. And in the process of obtaining your goal, commitment, or how bad do you want it, will see you through to completion. And once we've achieved our goal, commitment will keep it alive long after the novelty is worn off. Commitment is the glue that holds marriages together. When the honeymoon is over and you both realize that neither of you is nearly as perfect as you thought, commitment is what gives the relationship staying power. And we can change our situation for the better or worse by our level of commitment. Again, how bad do you want it? Now, I can't speak for you, but sometimes I do struggle with making a commitment. When I was making the decision to launch out on my own, I initially had some pause. And you have to understand that although I had this inner turmoil, I was deeply entrenched in my comfort zone. My emotions were fluctuating day after day, fear to faith, fear to faith. Finally, the voice in my heart overpowered the voice of doubt and fear that was in my head. I committed to what I wanted most, to what mattered the most, which was my desire to chart my own course and control my own destiny. I couldn't just dream my way to the next level. I had to commit to the process and the subsequent outcome. And you might be struggling to make a commitment. And here's a simple example or an exercise that I like to give to my clients who are teetering on the fence. Take out a sheet of paper and draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write down where you are right now. I'm broke as a joke. I'm in debt, whatever the case may be. On the right-hand side, write down where you want to be. I want to be a millionaire. I want to retire by the time I'm 50. Which side are you more committed to? And you must become more committed to your goal than stuck in your reality. As long as you're sitting on the fence uncommitted, your possibilities are closed. But once you make a commitment, you will begin to see changes in your circumstances. And it is critical that your commitment be firm because it will be tested. It will be challenged. And I don't want to sugarcoat the truth by telling you that you won't encounter any challenges, because you will. That's just how life is. But your commitment to your objective will find a way through every challenge. You won't be inclined to bail out at the first sign of disruption, but stay the course and do whatever is necessary for as long as it takes. Keep your focus on the other side of the challenges. See yourself in that life of success, of financial success. Now, I have a treasure map in my office on the wall that I created with magazine clippings. It has pictures of all the wonderful things that I want in my life, including health and comfort, spirituality, fun, relaxation, relationships, nutrition, beauty, along with keywords and phrases. In the center of that treasure map is a large eagle's eye. And every time I walk into my office, I have a visualization of my life. And you need to get a visualization of what you want for your life as a whole. So that's the second tip. Commit yourself to the cause. The third tip to bring about financial transformation is to just do it. This is where the power of sacrifice comes in. If you're going to realize your financial objective, you've got to get it out of your head and make it happen. Invest your time into making what you wrote down happen. There are three types of people in life. There are drifters, there are dreamers, and there are doers. Drifters just wander through life without direction. Dreamers are just wishful thinkers. I'm a doer, and I believe that you are too, or you wouldn't be watching or listening right now. An objective without corresponding action is merely wishful thinking. You need a strategy to help guide you to your financial objective. A step-by-step plan of action will help manage the process of achieving the objective without becoming overwhelmed by it, the entire scope of it. If you have a big goal, financial goal, don't get discouraged by the size of it. Just break it down into small steps that you can easily accomplish. I wish I could have just seamlessly quit my job and stepped up onto the next level, fully equipped, no planning, no interruption, and knowing exactly what to expect. But for all practical purposes, I was starting anew. My first priority was to establish a financial plan. I needed to make sure I had the finances to sustain my livelihood while growing my business. I was aware that there would probably be foreseen situations to arise, but I wanted to put myself in the best financial position that I possibly could. I also had to map out a plan that will allow me to juggle my 9-to-5 workload, work on writing my manuscript, and getting my coach certification. I had a lot on my plate, but by establishing daily goals, I was able to chip away at that mountain that was before me in time to launch out on my own. You've probably heard that saying about inch by inch, life is a cinch, by yard, life is hard. Well, that became my mantra. And let me just say this. The people around you who know you may not catch your vision. They know your mistakes, failures, and shortcomings, so they might not be able to make the mental leap from where you are to where you're trying to go. And some of them may not mean you any harm. They just don't get it. Whatever the case may be, don't allow anyone to make you lose focus. Enlist the support of people who have the same mindset and are trying to get to the next level. And that's what this channel is all about. So there you have it. 3 tips to bring about your financial transformation. If you want what other people have, you have to do what other people are doing by defining your objective, committing yourself to the cause, and just doing it. There is power in sacrifice. As I stated earlier, the current economy is in a downturn, and this could be the best time of your life. Don't miss your moment. Now that's going to wrap up all that I have to share for today. I hope this information has been of value, and thank you for staying until the end. And if you enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell to receive an alert each time I upload a new video. Take care, and I'll talk to you again real soon.